I thought I'd seen it all. I survived war, chaos, and everything in between. But nothing could have prepared me for this storm, or what my dog was trying to tell me. Shadow, my service dog, usually calm as stone, was pawing and whining at the fireplace, like something was buried beneath the stones. A secret 15 years in the making, and someone would till to keep it hidden. The blizzard raged outside, snow and wind battering the cabin, when the faint sound of an engine pierced the storm. A sound no one should have made. A visitor no one expected. If you think you'd stay calm in this situation, I want to hear from you. Comment below and tell me where you're watching from. And if you love edge-of-your-seat stories like this, hit that subscribe button, because trust me, you don't want to miss a second. In just a few minutes, my life was about to change forever. And it all started with a single warning only Shadow could sense. Stay with me, because what happened next is something you won't believe. The storm outside was a whiteout, but inside Shadow wasn't scared. Hell no. He was on high alert, pacing, sniffing, growling softly at the fireplace. Ethan had been through hell in the army, but he knew that look. Shadow wasn't just nervous, he was pissed off and warning him. Something was buried under those stones, and Shadow wasn't gonna let Ethan walk into danger blind. "Easy, buddy," Ethan whispered, kneeling down to rub Shadow's thick silver fur. But the dog didn't back off. His amber eyes locked on the hearth, ears twitching, tail stiff. Shadow's nose sniffed the air, nostrils flaring, growl low and steady. It was the kind of look that froze a man in his boots, and Ethan trusted it. The wind howled like a pack of wolves, but Shadow didn't flinch. And then it came, the faint grinding whine of a vehicle struggling through snow. Ethan froze. No one would risk coming this far in a blizzard, except trouble. Shadow growled, body pressed against Ethan's leg, eyes never leaving the window. Ethan followed his gaze and saw it. A county SUV, lights off, engine growling against the storm. Before Ethan could move, Shadow bolted to the door, teeth bared, hackles up. Ethan laughed, but it was nervous. "Yeah, I see him, Shadow. Let's check it." Shadow barked once, sharp and low, like a warning. Ethan opened the door just enough to see the guy. Sheriff Riggs, big, broad-shouldered, coat dusted in snow, eyes like frozen steel. "Afternoon, Cole," the sheriff said, voice booming over the wind. "Storm's a bitch, huh? Heard about the deed on this place. Figured I'd check on the new guy." Shadow growled low. The sheriff's eyes flicked to him. And for the first time, Ethan saw hesitation. Shadow wasn't just any dog. He had a way of making men think twice, even someone like Riggs. Ethan stepped aside. "Come on in, but watch the dog." Shadow didn't move. He just growled, ears forward, tail stiff. The sheriff laughed nervously. "That's a damn fine dog you got there." "Best damn judge of character I know," Ethan said. The sheriff scanned the cabin, pretending casual, but Shadow's amber eyes were all over him. Every twitch, every move, Shadow knew. He snarled softly, making the sheriff take a cautious step back. Shadow was like a silent alarm, ready to snap. After the sheriff left, Ethan and Shadow checked the truck. The rear tire? Punctured, clean, deliberate. Shadow sniffed the cut, whining low. He knew someone had been sneaky, creeping while the storm hit them. Ethan felt the chill in his bones. But Shadow was steady, pacing back and forth, nose sniffing every inch of the snow. Ethan had fought wars, but Shadow was the one who saved him from the silent threats. The ones you couldn't see until it was too late. Over the next few days, the cabin became a fortress. Shadow was the eyes and ears. He could hear a squirrel landing 10 feet away, smell footprints buried under fresh snow. He kept Ethan safe, alert, and, honestly, sane. Shadow wasn't just a dog. He was a partner in a battle nobody else even knew existed. Then came the night. Ethan was moving the notebooks and the metal box back under the stone slab when Shadow froze, hackles up, teeth bared. A shadow moved across the snow outside. Someone was coming. Ethan's heart pounded. But he didn't panic. Shadow led him, low and quiet, to the only safe spot. Behind a reinforced wall. When the intruder smashed in, Shadow leapt, snarling, teeth bared, every ounce of muscle coiled to strike. The fight was chaos. Ethan fired a warning shot, while Shadow tore at the attacker's sleeves, yipping and growling, snapping the man's balance. Shadow's instinct was flawless. He protected Ethan, buying him seconds, even minutes. That could mean the difference between life and death. Every time the intruder moved, Shadow anticipated, cut him off, blocked him. Shadow was a silver and cream hurricane of teeth and loyalty. By the time the fire started, Shadow was still at Ethan's side, unflinching. Flames roared, smoke choked, heat burned, but Shadow didn't leave. He nudged Ethan, barked once, and led him to the front door, staying slightly ahead, shielding, guiding, knowing the way through chaos better than any map. Ethan grabbed his rifle and followed Shadow out into the snow. Guns raised on them. Fire behind, cold and death in front. Outside, silhouetted against orange flames, were Blackwood and his men. Shadow planted himself in the snow, low growl vibrating, a silver shield between Ethan and the threat. He wasn't just a dog, he was a warrior, loyal beyond words. Blackwood shouted, guns pointed. But then the helicopters arrived. Montana State Police, then the FBI. Shadow barked a sharp victory bark, tail wagging once, eyes alert. Knowing the danger was over, but still ready if needed. The arrest was swift. Shadow stayed at Ethan's side the whole time, never leaving him, never letting down his guard. Weeks later, snow melted, evidence recovered. Shadow lay at Ethan's feet as the FBI cleaned up the conspiracy. Eyes amber, still watching, still the silent hero. Ethan looked at the mountains, at the pines, at the charred cabin. "We're staying, buddy," he said. Shadow nudged his hand, licking it once, acknowledging the bond, the trust, the survival. The dog had saved him in ways humans never could. And in that moment, Ethan realized Shadow wasn't just a companion, he was the heart of it all. Sometimes home isn't a place, it's a dog who watches, protects, and fights beside you, no matter what. Shadow was more than a dog. He was courage, instinct, and loyalty incarnate. And in this valley of snow and secrets, he was the hero of the story.